Bend the knee! Valor Mongolis, everybody. This is Don Willie, back again for another edition of Game of Thrones Season 6, Will It Happen in Books? And today I'm going to be talking about episode number 6. That one is titled Blood My Blood. So, let's start off with Bran, north of the wall. Him and Mira are still being chased by a group of whites, and he is going through his vision montage and seeing a bunch of things that he has never actually seen before. Previously, he had only really been looking at stuff about the Starks and also the Children of the Forest and White Walkers, but this time we have him actually seeing the Mad King Aerys Targaryen, some wildfire, Daenerys Targaryen, Drogon, and a few other things mixed in there. And it's kind of crazy because, now Bran has officially become the Three-Eyed Raven. That is his title. And so the question is, will he see visions not related to the Starks in the books? Because everything that he has seen thus far is related to his family. And for this one, I'm going to have to say yes. In order for Bran to become the super powerful green seer slash warg that everyone is expecting him to become, I think he will have to see beyond his home and his family in order for that to happen. So, staying north of the wall, we got a mysterious figure who actually came to save Bran and Mira from those whites. He lit a bunch of them on fire, crushed some of them into dust, scattered their bones, etc., etc. And then it was later revealed that he was Benjen Stark. Now, this is the show's version of Cold Hands. We saw Cold Hands in A Feast for Crows and also in A Dance with Dragons. And this is kind of crazy because it's like, wow, alright, finally we get Benjen back. But as many of you will already know, there's been a picture that has circulated from a manuscript of the original Dance with Dragons, and it came to the point where editor asked George if Cold Hands is Benjen, and in the liner notes he simply put no. But this has not stopped people from speculating that this may be a fake out by George, but who knows? So the question here remains, is Benjen Stark Cold Hands in the books? And for this one, I'm going to believe George on his word when he says no. I don't see any reason for him to lie to us about this. I think it was a random Night's Watch member who Bran was able to warg once he found out, how to use his powers a little bit better. But who knows? George could surprise us, and it could be Benjen. I have my own theories about Benjen, and I will leave the description or the link for that video in the description. Alright, so moving right along, let's go to Horn Hill. So we see Samwell Tarly, we see Gilly, the baby. They get to meet his family. His mother and sister are very nice, but unfortunately his father is a huge, huge asshole. And his brother, he's not such an asshole, but who knows, time will tell. After Randall Tarly finds out that Gilly happens to be a wildling, he starts going off on Sam and talking all kinds of shit to him. Tells Sam he can never come here again, but he will take in Gilly and the baby. And then after that, Sam was like, you know what, to hell with this. I'm taking Gilly, the baby, and I'm taking Heartsbane, bitch. So there are a number of questions that need to be asked when it comes to this sequence of events. So the first one is, will Sam get to see his father again in the books? And for this one, I am going to say no. In the book so far, we have met Randall Tarly separate from Sam Sam and Randall have not had any kind of meetup. Randall has been dealing with a bunch of stuff in King's Landing, and I do believe now he will be going to face the Greyjoys. And honestly speaking, I think that he's probably going to get killed during one of those battles uh, in the Narrow Sea or down by the Reach or somewhere. But I don't think he's going to be making it back to Hornhill. The next question: will Sam acquire Heartsbane? And I'm going to say yes. I think that, at some point, Sam is going to go back home because of the looming White Walker threat. He is going to tell Dickon, damn it, that was supposed to be my sword. I'm taking it, and there ain't shit you gonna do about it. So, yes, Sam will get Heartsbane one way or another. And thirdly, uh, will Gilly and Little Sam be forced to leave Hornhill because of Randall Tarley or some other unfortunate series of events? And I'm going to say yes. With the White Walkers coming down to Westeros at some point, I do believe the war will spread, and also Sam's gonna be like, hey, you know what? I don't think this is safe here, and he's gonna find something to do with Gilly and Little Monster, because in the books it is not Gilly's actual child that they have there. It is Mance Raider's son. So there you go with that one. So let's take it to Essos. We have Aria, again going back to the play. She's been given her mission by the Faceless Men to kill the actress who plays Cersei in this particular play. They have a nice little exchange, even though she's already poisoned the rum. But once Arya kind of figures out, you know what, this woman is not so bad, I'm not just going to kill her indiscriminately, she stops her from drinking the poison rum. And here we have the waif who's like, you know what? I want to kill her. I want to kill her. Jaqen, you promised me I could kill her. Can I go kill her? Arya goes to grab Needle. She goes to hide out from the Faceless Men and basically wait. So now the question is, will Arya refuse to complete her mission and go rogue against the Faceless Men and probably have to fight them in order to stay alive? And I think the answer to this one is obvious. We'll say yes, because you know what? Look, with the way that these people have been treating Arya and just this whole way of them doing things, look, she is Arya Stark. She has tried to become no one, and she can't. She is Ned Stark's daughter. She is Catelyn Stark's daughter. And I think her moral center is too grounded for her to just throw everything away because of, you know, that's just who she is. So next up, we have King's Landing. We have Tommen going to see Marjorie and talking about how she's got to do the Walk of Atonement. And she's like, hey, this is the only way. Then we get a cut to Jaime Lannister and a foolish looking Mace Tyrell giving some crazy, stupid sounding speech in his stupid looking armor. Tyrell soldiers roll up to the Sept of Baelor and basically threaten the High Sparrow. And then the High Sparrow pulls that trump card like, aha, made you look so damn stupid. And here comes Tommen with his new King's Guard. And boy, oh boy, the crown and the faith are one. And no walk of shame from Marjorie. But also, Jaime Lannister gets stripped of being Lord Commander of the King's Guard and sent off to the Riverlands. So we got two questions for this one here. So, first off, will Marjorie have to take a walk of shame in the books? And for this one, I'm going to say no. I doubt that George would go back to that same well again. He's already done that. So, I don't think it's going to happen again. We've already seen it. And second question is, will the faith basically usurp the crown and take over? And will a High Sparrow really be the one in control? And for this one, I think yes. The High Sparrow is gaining so much power, and it seems almost impossible to stop him. I do think he will be stopped, and I think that he is a dick beyond measure. But yeah, I think that at some point, the Faith will gain the upper hand and play their cards, make their move on the Lannisters and the Tyrells. But you know what? I think they are headed for an eventual downfall as well. And last but not least, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to touch on this one because it's not necessarily a shoehorn scene, but I mean, there just wasn't really much to it. But it is Daenerys, and she is in the Dothraki Sea. She goes to meet up with Drogon, and she comes back to the Dothraki after flying in on her magic dragon and gives this rousing speech to which she's like, hey, all of you are my blood riders, and we are going to go to Westeros and take over, etc., etc. And so the question is, will the Dothraki pledge their allegiance to Daenerys and pledge to cross the poison water on the wooden horses and kill the men in their iron suits and bring down their stone castles? And for this one, I should have to say yes. I mean, remember, they respect strength, and what could possibly be stronger than anyone, riding a dragon? And Daenerys is coming through with fire and blood. Fire and blood. So, yeah, I mean, why would they not follow Daenerys, especially when she is about to make one of the biggest power moves of all time? So, thank you guys again for tuning in to this one. Of course, I will be back next week with another episode of Will It Happen in the Books. And until next time, rate, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends, come back for more. That has been my time, and this is Don Willie saying, Valado Harris.